So I had recorded a previous one at the park, but that was crap, and a lot of things have happened in these last couple days, so I kind of want to cover that a little bit. First things first, the Boston Celtics, you have Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, uh, Marcus Smart, and now Kemba Walker. The four of them are on Team USA for that World Championship basketball, whatever that is, where the U.S. should win every game by like 25 points. The four of them are now on the team, and they're building a lot of chemistry, which the Celtics were sort of lacking last year. So I'm really hoping this sort of like forms the bond. Kemba Walker gets to get a feel for the other guys have been playing with each other for the last 2 3 years. So I'm really excited to see them keeping their chemistry together. The four of them, from interviews, they seem to really get along. They've gotten to learn a lot about each other, that they're really excited for that, and they're really excited for the upcoming season. Now, onto football, we have a team we don't really like to talk about in this house, mostly because of a Super Bowl incident. But the Dallas Cowboys, Dak Prescott seems to want $40 million a year, which is by far the most in the NFL, ahead of the likes of Tom Brady, Big Ben, and even Russell Wilson. Dak does not deserve that at all. He's just not that good, I think. Is he better than most players from these backups? Yeah, probably. But he hasn't won anything. He hasn't really done anything. As far as I can tell, he is definitely not worth $40 million, only like, what, 3 4 years into his career. I don't understand why he wants more. We see the running back as well for the Cowboys. He's throwing some stuff, Zeke. And it's just, I don't know what the Cowboys are doing, what both these guys are thinking. It's insane for them to want all this money. Incredible that they think they're entitled to all of that. Hockey season is still a little bit away. Not really going to touch upon that. But for baseball, we have a Brett Gardner and Aaron Boone situation where the two of them seem to keep getting ejected. I know it's only been a handful of times, but it just seems like every other game now. When I played baseball and soccer, I was always vocal. I was always yelling, ripping referees apart and umpires. And I understand their frustration and Aaron Boone wanting the umpires to tighten it up so his Savages can sort of do better. So with Brett Gardner's situation with banging on the top of the dugout, because apparently he learned his lesson from throwing his helmet and that requiring, I believe, 6 stitches in his lip. So he started banging on the dugout to displease, but according to the rules, when he got thrown out the other day, the umpire was referencing a rule where you can't use any violent aggression to show displeasure with umpires. And while that is true, he needs to be given a warning first, which he was not. So the umpire, the first base umpire, actually skipped a step and threw him out without any warning. Now, Aaron Judge seems to think it's funny. After he got 2 hits, he did the and I thought it was kind of funny. My dad sent me a picture the other day of Bam Bam from the Flintstones and saying, hey, this was Brett Gardner when he was younger, and that sort of got me thinking, and I'm sure other people have had thoughts already about it, but one of the most common things growing up, you always see, oh, Flintstone vitamins. So I feel like it could be a funny commercial if you had Brett Gardner sort of interacting with Bam Bam for the Flintstone vitamins, but the only thing, though, is the way this world works. You don't want kids destroying property, which, if you look at the roof of the dugout, he kind of is by banging on the top of it. So you don't want to do that, but I think you could and should be able to, but for reasons, because people are dumb, they just, you can't shoot a commercial like that anymore. And it kind of upsets me as someone who likes animation and film and some funny stuff and dark humor. But I don't know, what are your takes? I think Brett Gardner's being hilarious. I've never really been too much of a fan, but right now I'm liking him more and more, which probably means he's going to be gone next year. Voldemort, what are your thoughts?